Hey everybody, this is Salah and you guys are welcome to this brand new course on Visual C Sharp or WinForms C Sharp. This course is for absolute beginners and you don't need to have any prior knowledge of WinForms. WinForms are also called Windows Forms. We will be using C Sharp to program WinForms. That means the only prerequisite for this course is C Sharp. So you must know the language C Sharp. You must have good understanding of C Sharp before taking this course. Using WinForms, you can develop a desktop application very fast. WinForms is a rapid development desktop development environment. It's a .NET library and has been around for 20 years. So let's move on to the first chapter of this course where you will get yourself introduced with WinForms. But before that, don't forget to like and subscribe. Smart Code, put a comment and do let me know about your opinions. So let's have a quick introduction to Windows Forms. Windows Forms are also called WinForms, is a user interface framework provided by the Microsoft for building desktop applications. They were first introduced with .NET Framework 1.0 back in 2002, almost 2 decades ago. Using Windows Form, we can create GUI-based applications, like we can work with buttons, text boxes, labels, menus, and many other controls. GUI-based applications are always event-driven. That simply means user interacts with the application, events are triggered, and code is executed. Just remember this point. Development in WinForms is event-driven. The code is only executed when the event is triggered or fired. Let's have an example of this event-driven development model. We have a form that contains only a button control. The application is running, but nothing will happen until I trigger the click event. As I click on the button, the code behind will execute and generate a message box. Let's click on the button and here you see the message box. So as a user, I raise the click event just by clicking on the button and the code behind was executed. So that was an example of event-driven development model and you will be working with it throughout this course. The application structure of WinForm is very simple. We have a form, which is a main window in our application. Then we have controls. Controls are tools like buttons, labels, panels, group boxes, text boxes, etc. Controls are put on the form. So form is a main control. Form going to host several controls. Once we have controls on the form, we can assign them events like click, mouse move, mouse enter, text change, etc. And then we have code behind. C# logic and code which executes when the event is raised. A designer file in the application is for auto-generated code. As we place a control on the form, several lines of code is generated and that code is placed in the designer file. Usually we don't need to touch the designer file, but there are some cases where we need to visit the designer file and do the changes. In the coming lectures, when we will start working with the WinForms, I will show you the designer file and we will study its content. So that was a quick and a brief introduction to WinForms. Let's now move on. In the next chapter, you will learn to create WinForms application.